I'm here at the Independence Sagicor lighting ceremony, which is held every 1st of November to commemorate our independence celebrations. We celebrate independence every November. Our Independence Day is every 30th of November. And we have the lighting ceremony every year, which commemorates the lighting of roundabouts and other places in Barbados.
I know you will hear. Your name is Jesus. It's Jesus. Call on the name that reigns, the almighty name that reigns. Call on the name that reigns. Call on the name that reigns. The almighty name. Call on the name that reigns. And his name is Jesus. Oh, I love to call his name. His name is Jesus. His name is Jesus. Jesus. I call your name, Jesus. I declare it in the earth, and I call his name. Oh.
Thank you, Leanne. We have so many talented souls in our communities. This evening, we shall see highlights of our national pride in folk, spoken word, music, dramatic presentations, and songs. And you are encouraged to support the parish independence committees, and they're actually looking for persons between the ages of 18 and 30 to become parish ambassadors. So maybe it's time to step forward for your nation. But we now invite parliamentary representative for the city of Bridgetown, the Honourable Corey Lane, to give us the official welcome. Minister Lane.
Dame Sandra Mason, President of the Republic of Barbados, Acting Prime Minister Duhid, Minister of Culture, Ambassador, specially invited guests, Barbadians, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the city of Bridgetown and welcome to this official lighting ceremony. As I stand before you, what an honor it is to reflect on the fact that I have the privilege and honor of representing the great capital city of Bridgetown here in Barbados. What a great honor it is for me to reflect that just a few years ago, some 20 years ago, I sat where these bright-eyed and bushy-tailed ambassadors sat as an ambassador for St. Michael. Year 2000, 2001 to be exact. And as I reflect on that time, I wish to share with each and every one of you the pride that I had from that time until now, being part of one of the greatest small nations there ever was and will ever be, called Barbados. I reflect on a time and remember my time as an ambassador with now Ambassador Chad Blackman and others from Christchurch. As we plan our own activities, I remember going through the parish of St. Joseph, and I still get goosebumps as I remember we put our Barbados flags through the window during that drive-through, and all the ambassadors, like it was planned and rehearsed, put that beautiful Barbados flag through the window. And I remember it because I remember the pride it gave to me. I remember the sense of nationhood and love for Barbados from that time until now. During that time, I learned a lot about the city of Bridgetown. I learned a lot about Barbados. I learned a lot about St. Michael in particular, but I also learned a lot about myself and what it means to be part of a collective, because I have reflected over these last 20 years, and I am sad to report that some of the social ills that we see within the nation is because we've moved from that collective to the meism and the individualism. Though I am sad to report that I am happy and excited to say to you that a change is coming. A change is coming as we continue to support programs like the Caribbean Independence Celebration, where we can reflect not only in nationhood in November, but we reflect nationhood every single month, every single day of the year as we be proud Barbadians. In closing, I want to challenge all Barbadians to think of a theme for your city, Barbados. A theme for Bridgetown. Now, normally when we are thinking of themes and we are coming up with things, we turn to the consultants. I want to apologize in advance to the consultants. There will be no 250,000 or 500,000 consultancies, because I believe it is time that we as a collective pay interest and pay homage to the country that have made each and every one of us who we are today. And I want to have full participation from the citizens of Barbados as we continue to reform and enhance the capital city of Barbados. Is it the city of love? Is it the city of pride? Is it the city of participation? Is it the city of technology? I asked that question and I put you on guard on advance. That as I continue to move the old tired town of centuries ago to what it is today, a splendid modern city, even into a better city that I call upon all citizens. I thank all who went before me. As you can see, the city needs a little love, but we will turn to you, the citizens, and ask you the question. As we light Barbados today, as we light the city today, we can light that passion in you for your country once again. And I close by saying, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that this collective, these moves that we make from here on in, would cause us to do credit to this nation wherever we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you.
And thank you, Minister Lane. Now, since 1995, a number of selfless, community-minded people of Barbados have given of their administrative talents and skills to see their communities advance and to make Barbados a force to be reckoned with when it comes to community upliftment and development. Each year, 110 persons have given themselves to the management of the government's idea of maintaining national pride at every level, ensuring that the celebration of our independence is more than just a one-day activity. We want to recognize this evening those who have volunteered to serve on the parish independence committees as chairpersons this year. First up, from the parish of St. Lucie, Anderson Rollock. From St. Peter, Greg Agard Belgrave. From St. James, Alicia Payne Hurley. From St. Andrew, Michelle Springer. From St. Thomas, Michael Grant. From St. Joseph, Margot Griffith. From St. George, Paula Harris. From St. John, Allison Jordan. From St. Philip, Atoya Hines. From Christchurch, Michelle Shepherd. And from St. Michael, Sherelle Griffith. Ladies and gentlemen, please give another round of applause for our 11 parish leaders. At this time, let us all truly applaud everyone who has served in this dynamic community program over the years. Thank you, chairpersons, thank you for all your work and for coming on stage this evening. And now, as we celebrate this evening under the theme, Come Celebrate Barbados, we recognize the hard work, the struggle, sacrifice, determination, and thriftiness of our people, and give honor to God for their legacy. With great hope in our hearts, we strive to achieve our dreams and lift our country up. One company that continues to serve our community and support these celebrations is Sagicor Life Inc. Today, to give the sponsors remarks, we take great pleasure in inviting to the podium the Executive Vice President and General Manager of Sagicor Life Inc., Mr. Paul Innes.
Protocol having been established, but notwithstanding that, I would like to recognize our President, Lady Sandra, Acting Prime Minister and the Honorable Minister. Good evening, my fellow Barbadians. It is an absolute pleasure to be here on behalf of Sagicor Life Inc. to celebrate our beautiful island Barbados and its achievements over the last 56 years. I am one of those Barbadians that can say that I am actually the age of the independence of Barbados. But in preparing to share with you today, I reflected on why Sagicor has supported this event from its inception in 1996. And why 26 years later, we continue to mark this as one of the major sponsorships on our calendar. As a group, our vision clearly states that we are committed to improving the lives of those in the communities in which we operate. From the birth of Sagicor, with the establishment of the Barbados Mutual Life Assurance Society, right here in Bridgetown in the year 1840, 1840.
So, what year now?
To the present day, 2022, Sagicor has become a global brand, operating throughout the English, Spanish, Dutch-speaking in the United States of America, and most recently listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. We have had an incredible growth, and we continue expansion across our markets and business areas, especially in the Caribbean. However, regardless of how much growth we've seen, we will never forget that the seeds of the Sagicor tree were planted, watered, and curated in Barbadian soil. You see, it all started right down there, Lower Broad Street, in the old Mutual Building, which is now home to the University of the West Indies in the city campus. It started as a business with a vision and mission to support the growth, development of its members, which has evolved today into one of the Caribbean leading enterprises. Still with a vision and mission to support the growth and development of its people. Our commitment, therefore, to Barbados remains unchanged, which is the reason we continue to be a part of this ceremonious occasion, as well as several other national events and programs throughout the year. This is the reason we continue to support and invest in our communities, because at the end of the day, we are here because of you, the people of Barbados, because of past generations, and because of our forefathers who laid the foundation for us. This strong foundation has made it possible for Sagicor to continue to provide support in a myriad ways to all communities, whether we are speaking of education, health, community and youth development, sport, financial, or other other lending helping hand. Apologies. It is a collective effort to ensure the provision of such resources, and as a proud, responsible corporate citizen, we're happy to play our part in providing support to several organizations and programs across our various communities. Fellow Barbadians, this evening, I reaffirm Sagicor's commitment to Barbados, and together, we look forward to many more years of growth, success, and development. I encourage you to come and celebrate Barbados. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Innocent. Thank you to Sagicor. Now, our next performer is a spoken word artist, photographer, songwriter, and creative director. His work is an experimental blend of hip-hop, soul, storytelling, and theater, woven together in a neatly stitched poetic product, which has earned him the title of Barbados' first Poetry Slam champion, as well as 3 silver medals at NIFCA and the Earl Warner Trophy for Excellence in Theater. He has traveled to South Africa where he did a 2-week performance tour at one of their festivals. In the digital realm, he is one of the most streamed and viewed poets in Barbados, amassing over 70,000 streams across platforms such as Spotify, Apple Music, and Tidal, as well as a noticeable following on Instagram and TikTok, with the latter possessing over 54,000 followers and a total video view count of over 500,000. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Akeem Chandler Prescott.
What if a bullet could talk? I wonder what it would say. Cheap, rental communities are the playgrounds for gunplay. Father time is swing by on a Sunday in the 2001 Hyundai to take your life and go chain just for entree. No 2 sons, gotta collect 2 sons for grief is splattered on a mother's face. No, was that fate? Or was your son just an easy food, sort of criminal gourmet? We would only know if a bullet could talk, would it say what you want? If a bullet could talk, and would it speak with the same tongue? When you're married to a life of crime, it's kinda hard to find an appropriate gown for the bride. The streets replace the owls. The preacher is replaced with a big guy on the block. It won't stop, not even if a bullet could talk. And every time it speaks, everybody runs screaming. A body drops and leaks a crimson meaning. It's fall. It's followed by coldness like the last 2 seasons of the year. If a bullet could talk, I wonder what you would hear. If a bullet could talk, would it say what you want? If all these bullets could talk, if a bullet could talk, Barbados is in the survival mode. Our firewall has been compromised by an imported code. The source is the ports and the coast, it goes deeper than just guns, cause we don't manufacture none. But some people like to think a solution to a problem is better than prevention. The youth can't get an intervention for a problem that is not their invention. Their actions is a mere reflection of what they saw. So if we can blame the young people, we got to blame all. Unless everybody gets involved, this problem will never be resolved, and these bullets will never ever talk. But what if one single bullet, if a bullet could talk, would it say what you want? If a bullet could talk, the violence is always followed by silent complaints. We don't like talking to the police, but somehow want the crime rate to be contained. We just be quick to keep noise and get hype, but our energies are never the same when we are the ones to blame. We gotta lose our personal egos for the whole to gain. Otherwise, another brain can be scattered in the road. When you take a shot at chasing fast money, you always got to reload, cause the clip can't hold enough for tomorrow. When a bullet talks, I bet it ain't saying hello. So yo, what if if a bullet could talk, would it say what you want? If a bullet could talk, if a bullet could talk, what if?
Thank you again. Very thought-provoking. We now hear from the minister responsible for the ministry overseeing these independence celebrations. This is his first lighting ceremony in this position, and so I'm sure that he's happy to share with us this evening. I now invite him to deliver the feature remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud the Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, the Honorable Charles Griffith.
Blessings on us all. Her Excellency, the Most Honorable Dame Sandra Mason, President of Barbados, the Honorable Sir Patterson Charlton, Chief Justice of Barbados, Dr. the Honorable William Duguid, Acting Prime Minister of Barbados, members of Cabinet, the Senate and Parliament, Mrs. Yolande Howard, Permanent Secretary in my ministry, members of the Diplomatic Corps, coordinators of the Community Independence Celebration Secretariat, Reverend Nicholas Warner Small, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It is interesting that I'm coming behind the young man that was just on stage, and I will speak to that in a minute. But I want to start with gratitude. I want to say thank you to Ms. Paris and her team, who year after year is responsible for ensuring that this particular event happened on our shores. This is the first one as a republic, and I'm deeply honored to be here. I want to salute our young people who every single year believe that it is necessary to be engaged in building communities at parish level. You would have heard now Minister Lane indicate that he was an ambassador. You would have heard him mention Chad Blackman, who is also now, or he was an ambassador, he's moved on again to another role at the international level. For these things, I'm grateful to be involved in the process. This ceremony this evening, we celebrate, like I said, our first time as a republic in this city. You will see roundabouts all across the islands. You will see parishes being involved in terms of lighting. And it is a good thing because there's a certain level of pride, and those 5 words that has now become our mantra, this is who we are, comes to mind. Now I have limited time here this evening because of the crunching, and I will speak to something that is personal, something that the spoken word artist mentioned. Only yesterday, and it's about lighting as well, only yesterday, my president, our president, asked some JPs to turn on their service light. And let me apologize at this stage if I offend. And I want for us to move away tonight, not only recognizing that somebody will come and turn a switch and that we will light this place, but I'm asking everyone in earshot of my voice to turn on another light. When we go home tonight, we're going to turn on the bedroom light, the kitchen light. I'm asking all of us to turn on the humanity light. And I'll give you examples of that, because this is at the macro level, and I am a minister in government, and we're mandated ministry by ministry to turn on lights that will impact our people. I am responsible for turning on the lights for the young people in this country. And I have a team at the ministry that is doing a fantastic job in doing that. But that is at the macro level. What it is that we're doing at the micro level, what it is that we're doing to ensure that we can bring persons out of the darkness. And let me give you an example. On a regular, I go to Max's Road to buy fish. And on a regular, when I go to Max's Road, there's a youngster there who's asking everybody in line, can I have something to eat, please? In those words, can I have something to eat? And his darkness revolves around hunger. And there's several persons who go to the location, and all of them go and buy, and they ignore this youngster whose darkness is real, absolutely real. And I'm suggesting that, and Minister Lane referred to it, the poet said all of us need to be involved in the process. And if we can shed light, if we can go home tonight and turn on our humanity and realize, because the theme for this is about young people. Young people are involved in the process, and if we can turn on that humanity light, and there's several reasons why people refuse to turn on that light, and again, I apologize, because arrogance plays a big part in that. We look at school, we look at money, we look at job, we even look at bloodline. And I'm suggesting tonight to my ambassadors and to all of us that it is time we trigger that light of humanity and we flick the switch. And then those words, this is who we are, will mean something in this country. And my president asked those JPs that, you know, you are here and you're supposed to offer service, turn on the light of service. And I'm doing it every single day I get up and I go to work. I'm doing it in the ministry for the young people in this country. Youth, sports, and community empowerment. So tonight, yes, we will celebrate all of the bright lights when that switch is thrown. But I'm suggesting to you again, when you go home, turn on the light of humanity. I thank you.
Thank you, Minister Griffin. Ladies and gentlemen, we now invite you to pay attention to the screens for a special feature as we prepare to light our nation for 2022.
This year, our young Barbadian sports persons performed exceptionally well at local, regional, and international events across the world. From cricket, with the success of our under-19 and under-17 teams, to motorsports, surfing, road tennis, cycling, and our young swimmers lighting up the pool at the Goodwill Swim Meets in Trinidad. The Commonwealth Games showcased some exemplary performances from our young athletes in wrestling, boxing, gymnastics, judo, squash, and of course, athletics. Individual and collectively, these young persons are indeed a credit to our nation because this is who we are. This evening, as we prepare to illuminate the nation, we applaud the commitment, drive, and purpose of all these young persons.
In March this year, she was the 8 and under age group champ, winning all her races and making personal best times. In May, she again won age group champion and broke the record in the 50-meter backstroke, which was set in 2003. Her favorite stroke is the butterfly, and she's an exceptional individual medley swimmer. In August this year, she represented Barbados at the Goodwill Meet in Trinidad and Tobago and won 1 gold, 3 silver, and 1 bronze. Ladies and gentlemen, I now invite Miss Gabriella Babb, escorted by the 2021 Most Outstanding Parish Ambassador, Dana Broom and Shaquille Griffith, along with Pedro Griffith, Attendant of the Year 2021, to the map to flick the switch as we bring the month-long celebrations. We begin our month-long celebrations. Let's count down. Gabriella, we're gonna count down. Let's do it together. Ladies and gentlemen, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flick the switch. There we go. And the lights in Bridgetown are on. Look around you, ladies and gentlemen. Look around. And if you are able to see, there is a light show going on at the Treasury Building that should be reflected, if we can, on the screens. So if you can see the Treasury Building, have a look. And I'm sure the parish ambassadors can sing that song by now. Come celebrate Barbados. I think we need a round of applause. 56 years of independence, 1 year of Republican status. Ladies and gentlemen, we have illuminated Bridgetown. And here to carry the light in our hearts is Kelly Cadogan, a Barbadian singer and songwriter. But she's accompanied by the choir of the Lester Vaughan Secondary School.
So many times you say I can't do it. Well, I am here to prove you wrong. If I conceive it and I believe it, I know the love of God is leading me on. Ooh, too often I give up so easy when things don't come my way. In every trial there is a triumph. I'm gonna walk my journey all the way. I'm walking in my own shoes. I'm walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. The road is long, my stride sometimes shaky, but I'm gonna keep pushing on. If I conceive it and I believe it, I know the love of God is holding me strong. Now faith is a substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. I can't give up now, been here for too long. See me step into my God-given dreams. I'm walking in my own shoes. I'm walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Walking in my own shoes. Who created me?
music is inspiring and consistently gives a taste of her empowering messages, vocal range, rich tone, expressive improv skills, and performance aptitude. She has released 2 albums and is currently completing her 3rd album. She's also the founder and director of East Point Productions, Inc. And over the last 15 years, she has extended her artistry as a recording and performing artist to create East Point Productions as a music business